And the bill is being closely watched across the EU. And I'm joined now by our correspondent Brian Carter in Brussels. Brian, what has the European reaction been to this move?
Well, Tessa, I made a few phone calls yesterday to get reactions, and they've been mostly critical. No reaction from the European Commission. They say they will wait until the vote is through before eventually commenting. And as you said, the Council of Europe said they were hoping for the Hungarian Parliament to wait until at least Friday, but it seems that the vote will go through today nevertheless. And that timing is criticized by some MEPs. One of them is Judith Sargentini, a Green MEP from the Netherlands, who told me that this law was seriously worrisome, that the rule of law was in serious danger, that it will hurt Hungarians as well because it will restrict their freedom of association. That feeling was echoed by another MEP from Hungary who said that actually this law had nothing to do with George Soros or migrants. It was just a way to sell to the public, I quote, a campaign of hate-mongering to attack independent voices in Hungary. From the Liberals and Democrats here in the European Parliament, their president Guy Verhofstadt told me that Fidesz should abandon their plan to curb the healthy functioning of civil society. Fidesz is the party of Viktor Orban, a member of the European People's Party, and that criticism was echoed by a member of the Socialist group who said, I quote, that this disgusting campaign is against European values and the EPP should no longer tolerate this behavior in its ranks. Tessa?
Indeed, the European People's Party, the EPP, they're the biggest party there at the European Parliament, and Fidesz is a member of that. What are they saying about this?
Well, of course, they were less critical of the law or of Viktor Orban or of Fidesz. I spoke to one member, one lawmaker of the EPP, who told me in typical Brussels double-speak, I quote, that the situation in Hungary is not an isolated problem, and that is why the European Parliament must stand for European values. Another MEP that was supportive of Fidesz and Mr. Orban was a Polish MEP from the Conservatives and Reformist group, who told me that George Soros is actually a problem for many countries, especially in Eastern Europe, as his financial support undermines the equality of chances for a fair debate. And he said, I quote, that it threatens traditional values by promoting the ideology of migration. Tessa?
All right, thank you for that. Brian Carter reporting there live from Brussels.